Choosing the right camera can be one of the most challenging decisions for any photographer or videographer, especially when you're faced with two industry heavyweights, the Sony Alpha A7 III and the Canon 5D Mark III. These cameras have earned their reputation for excellence, but each offers distinct advantages depending on your shooting needs. In this video, we're going to put these two cameras head-to-head, diving into their key features, real-world performance, build quality, and ergonomics. By the end, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of which camera suits your style and requirements best. Let's dive in. Let's start with the key features that set these cameras apart. The Sony A7 III, launched in 2018, is a powerhouse in the mirrorless category. At the heart of the A7 III is a 24-megapixel full-frame BSI CMOS sensor. This back-illuminated sensor is designed to enhance light capture, which translates to better image quality and superior performance in low-light conditions. The ISO range is another highlight, starting at ISO 100 and extending all the way to 51200 natively, with expansion options up to an astonishing 24800. This means the A7 III can handle just about any lighting scenario you throw at it. Now, the Canon 5D Mark III, despite being released back in 2012, remains a favorite among professionals, and for good reason. It features a 22-megapixel full-frame CMOS sensor that delivers exceptional image quality. While its ISO range is slightly more conservative, spanning from 100 to 25,600, expandable to 109,400, it still holds up well in low-light environments. However, unlike the A7 III, the 5D Mark III does not have in-body stabilization. Instead, it relies on lens-based stabilization, which can be effective depending on the lens you're using. When it comes to video, the Sony A7 III takes a significant lead. It offers 4K UHD video recording at 3840 x 2160 resolution, with the ability to shoot at up to 120 FPS for stunning slow-motion footage. This is a game-changer for videographers who need high-quality cinematic video capabilities. In contrast, the Canon 5D Mark III is limited to Full HD at 1920 x 1080 resolution, which, while still respectable, may feel outdated for those looking to produce 4K content. Autofocus is another area where these cameras differ significantly. The Sony A7 III is equipped with an advanced 693-point phase detection autofocus system that covers 93% of the frame. This makes it incredibly versatile, whether you're tracking fast-moving subjects or focusing on precise details in a scene. The Canon 5D Mark III, with its 61-point autofocus system, was state-of-the-art when it was released. However, in today's fast-paced shooting environments, it may feel a bit dated, particularly in scenarios involving rapid movement or unpredictable subjects. Moving on to real-world performance, let's see how these cameras hold up in various shooting scenarios. Starting with low-light photography, the Sony A7 III really stands out. Thanks to its BSI sensor and expansive ISO range, it delivers cleaner, sharper images with minimal noise, even at higher ISO settings. This makes it a fantastic choice for night photography or indoor shooting without flash. The Canon 5D Mark III, while still capable in low light, tends to introduce more noise as you push the ISO, especially beyond ISO 6400. That said, it can still produce beautiful images in low light, but you may need to work a bit harder in post-processing to reduce noise. For action and sports photography, the A7 III's 10 frames per second continuous shooting speed is a major advantage. Whether you're capturing wildlife, sports, or any fast-paced action, the ability to shoot at 10 FPS with full autofocus and auto-exposure tracking ensures you don't miss the critical moment. The Canon 5D Mark III, with its 6 FPS burst rate, is certainly no slouch, but it doesn't offer the same level of speed and precision. However, the 5D Mark III's reliable autofocus system and durable build make it a strong contender for professional event photography, where the pace is more controlled. When it comes to portrait photography, both cameras excel, but in slightly different ways. The Sony A7 III's dynamic range is exceptional, allowing you to capture details in both shadows and highlights without losing quality. This is particularly useful in high-contrast scenes or when shooting portraits with a lot of depth. The Canon 5D Mark III, however, is renowned for its color science, particularly when it comes to skin tones. The natural and pleasing rendition of skin tones has made the 5D Mark III a favorite among portrait and wedding photographers, who often prefer the look straight out of the camera with minimal editing required. Now, let's talk about build quality and ergonomics, areas that can be just as important as image quality, especially for photographers who spend long hours shooting. The Canon 5D Mark III is a classic DSLR, and it feels like one. With a magnesium alloy body that weighs in at 950 grams, this camera is built like a tank. It's robust, weather-sealed, and has a larger, more substantial grip, making it comfortable to hold during extended shoots. The 5D Mark III also features a 3.2-inch fixed screen and an optical viewfinder, which provides a bright, natural view of your scene. The optical viewfinder is particularly appreciated by those who prefer the real feel of looking directly through the lens. In contrast, the Sony A7 III is a more modern mirrorless design, which makes it significantly lighter at 650 grams. This can be a major advantage if you're carrying your gear all day or shooting handheld. The 3-inch tilting screen is another plus, offering flexibility when shooting from high or low angles. The electronic viewfinder with 2.36 million dots might take some getting used to if you're transitioning from a DSLR, but it offers a wealth of information overlays and is excellent in bright conditions where an LCD screen might struggle. Both cameras are weather-sealed, so they're capable of handling tough shooting conditions, whether you're out in the field or in a studio. However, the overall feel in hand is quite different. The 5D Mark III's larger body may be preferred by those who like the stability and balance of a heavier camera, especially when paired with larger lenses. The A7 III, on the other hand, is ideal for those who want portability without sacrificing full-frame quality. So, after all that, which camera should you choose? It really comes down to what you prioritize in your photography or videography. The Sony A7 III is a clear winner if you're looking for cutting-edge technology, superior autofocus, and advanced video capabilities. It's an incredibly versatile mirrorless camera that excels in both photography and videography, making it ideal for content creators, event photographers, and anyone who needs a reliable all-rounder that's also easy to carry. But don't count the Canon 5D Mark III out just because it's a bit older. This camera is a workhorse, particularly for photographers who value the reliability of a DSLR and the unique qualities that Canon cameras bring to the table, especially in terms of color science and overall image feel. It's particularly well-suited for portrait, landscape, and studio photographers who might not need the latest technology but still demand professional-grade performance. In conclusion, both cameras have their strengths and cater to different types of photographers. If you're a hybrid shooter who wants the best of both worlds, stellar photos and cutting-edge video, the Sony A7 III should be at the top of your list. Its blend of modern features, compact design, and high performance in various conditions make it an excellent choice for those who demand versatility and convenience. On the other hand, if you're someone who prefers the familiarity of a DSLR and your primary focus is on photography, the Canon 5D Mark III remains a solid option. Its build quality, user-friendly interface, and iconic Canon color science make it a reliable companion for professional work, particularly in controlled environments like studios or on-location shoots where you need dependable performance. Ultimately, the best camera for you depends on your specific needs, shooting style, and what you value most in a camera. Whether it's the advanced technology and portability of the Sony A7 III or the classic DSLR experience of the Canon 5D Mark III, both cameras are capable of delivering outstanding results. Thanks for joining us in this detailed comparison of the Sony A7 III and the Canon 5D Mark III. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth camera comparisons and photography tips. If you have any questions or if there's another comparison you'd like to see, drop a comment below. Until next time, keep shooting and exploring the world of photography.